my friends. Your characters will die. The story we're going to tell today is not one of survival, but one of hope and of loss. This is a story about what happens in the dark, in the final few hours in the lives of a group of survivors fighting against it, losing themselves within it, and inevitably being consumed by it. Though their endeavor may be doomed to fail, it is our duty to make this story of their struggle as meaningful as possible. To begin, some words by Lord Byron in his poem aptly titled Darkness. I had a dream which was not at all a dream. The bright sun was extinguished, and the stars did wander darkling in the eternal space, rayless and pathless, and the icy earth swung blind and blackening in the moonless air. Morn came and came and brought no day, and men forgot their passions in the dread of this their desolation. And all hearts were chilled into a selfish prayer for light. And they did live by watchfires, and the thrones, the palaces of crowned kings, the huts, the habitations of all things which dwell were burnt for beacons. Cities were consumed, and men were gathered round their blazing homes to look once more into each other's face. Happy were those who dwelt within the eye of the volcanoes and their mountain torch. A fearful hope was all the world contained. Forests were set on fire, but hour by hour they fell and faded, and the crackling trunks extinguished with a crash, and all was black. The brows of men by the despairing light wore an unearthly aspect, as by fits the flashes fell upon them. Some lay down and hid their eyes and wept, and some did rest their chins upon their clenched hands and smiled, and others hurried to and fro, and fed their funeral piles with fuel, and looked up with mad disquietude on the dull sky, the pall of a past world, and then again with curses cast them down upon the dust. None know how or why it happened. And by this point, the when of it has also become obscured by the passage of time. Time spent in darkness. Some stellar object, or perhaps a supernatural one, who is to know, moved in front of the sun. It did so little by little over a period of several weeks. As it did, chaos gripped the planet. By the time the sun was obscured completely, madness was all about. And then no morning came. But they did. Them. The horrors that filled the darkness. None know what they are or even what they want. All that is known is that you must keep to the light, for if shadows or darkness creep upon you, they take you, screaming. And you are never seen again. All around the world, societies were extinguished. Now communications are gone, and so are most of the world's living things. Strangely, only birds still exist, and their haunting thrills and chirps echo madly in the eternal darkness. In Montreal, the surviving few have gathered in one place, La Tour de la Bourse, Victoria Place, where they occupy the middle floors, what few lights remain powered by 3 generators on the roof of the building. Life is meaningless, and barely a scrap of hope remains. But like a final candle holding off the eternal night, it does still burn in some corners in love and tenderness and mercy and care. No children are born, though. None that remain are so cruel as to impose this world on new life. And yet, the human spirit is one of resilience, and those who still live cling to their lives with a certain ferocity. But now something has gone wrong. A surge of power, and the ensuing loss of it, indicates that something is wrong with some of the generators upstairs. 4 brave souls have volunteered to travel to the roof and see what can be done before what little fuel is left to burn is gone, and the tower falls into final darkness. Still, The massive lit cross atop Mount Royal shines, and its light filters in through the windows of the building, providing some measure of comfort and perhaps the illusion of hope. All four of you have volunteered to climb to the top of the tower. You know that the bottom section of the tower is blocked off and in darkness, and so are the last few floors. But there are ways to access the roof and the generators that are there. As you are preparing a few minutes before you are to gather and leave to climb up to the roof, you get a few minutes to perhaps say goodbye to loved ones or think about what final words you would leave should you not make it back. Let's start with Deb. Tell us, Deb, what is Brenda doing in her last few moments here before the departure for the roof?
Brenda is in her little cubicle, and it's really sparse. There's like a little makeshift bedroll and a pack, and it's really sort of gray and colorless. There's no signs of enjoyment in her cubicle. The person that she's closest to has already left for work. He works in the kitchens, kind of making sure that the food goes as far as possible, so he left earlier. He knew that she was going on this mission and tried to talk her out of it. So she's sitting here thinking of him, and she just finished writing him a letter, and she thinks for a second, and she reaches up and she takes off a necklace that she wears all the time, and she slips it into the envelope with the letter and seals it up and stands up ready to go.
At the last minute, perhaps Brenda thinks of one final thing to pick up and take with her. What would she take?
She takes a multi-tool. She got from her dad a couple of years ago. It was his favorite tool, and she keeps it with her all the time. She thinks maybe it'll be useful, and it's the one thing in the world that she would kind of fight tooth and nail to keep, because it reminds her of the family that's probably already gone.
You step out into the main area where the people are waiting to wish you well and wave you on your way. In the nearby cubicle, perhaps, John. What's John doing?
John is standing already. He's been ready for quite a while. He also just finished writing some words down. There's no envelope though. It just he folds it just so. His cubicle is also lacking personality, though. Everything in this space, little though it may be, is perfectly organized. Everything is laid out just so. The shitty makings of a bed that he has are all folded nicely. And as he looks over everything one more time, he grabs a baton that he carries around for his security role here. It looks a little rough right now. There's like duct tape on the handle. It has a bit of a stick when you try to telescope it out, but it works. He sort of fiddles with it a little bit to make sure that it doesn't stick, because you never know what you might need in the moment. But he hooks that to his belt and takes one last look at everything. He reaches down where the note is on the desktop and turns it just a couple degrees so it's perfectly straight there. And he heads out.
As you step out of your cubicle, you see your friend Carl, another security guard. He's a little younger than you. And as you step out, he's like, all right, John, look, stop being stupid, all right? Let me go. Like, you can barely walk. It's this, you're gonna have to climb like 20 odd floors just to get to the elevator. Let me
Absolutely
go,
not. No.
Why are you being so stubborn?
Because you've got a family upstairs.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I want to do this, to make sure it gets done.
No. This is my job right now. And if we're successful, you'll have a lot to do as well. If we're not, I don't know, volunteer then. I'm not going to fight you on this.
All right, he comes in and gives you a hug.
Go do your job.
Yeah,
Take care of them.
Just be careful, man. Like, I don't trust that guy. You know him as much as I do. I don't know why he's in charge of this fucking rigmarole.
Frankly, I don't know either. I've sort of decided not to ask many questions. Hopefully, this just goes quickly.
Yeah, I'll keep your eye on him. He's a shifty shitbird.
It might be an advantage to us. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he doesn't come back. Not that I'm saying you should do anything, I'm just saying.
It's a little bit dark, but
yeah, I know. Sorry.
That's why I like you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Hey, do you want my stick? Yours looks like it's about to fall apart.
No, this is good. It'll work.
The old things patched up, eh? Always better than the sprightly young new things, right?
I sure hope so. Otherwise, what am I doing?
All right, man. As you step away and go into the common area. Speaking of the shifty shitbird, Killian. What's Killian up to? What's Killian doing? How is Killian preparing for his venturing forth?
Like the other two, Killian is finishing his letters, plural. There are 2 in smaller envelopes and 1 in a larger envelope that the 2 smaller envelopes are tucked into. His cubicle looks significantly different than the other 2 that we've seen. It is both very messy and full. There are spaces for 3 people to sleep instead of just 1. And the walls have drawings that are very clearly having been made by a child. And he finishes up those letters, leaves the envelope on presumably what is his bed, or at least the one that he shares, because there's kind of 2 pushed together. And then he goes to say goodbye to his family.
As you do, Sebastian is waiting for you, and so is Liam, your 13-year-old son. As you approach, Liam comes up to you and he says, yeah, I made this for you, and he hands you a folded piece of paper.
And Killian bends down on one knee to get a little closer, just to eye level, since he is a fairly tall man at about 6'3", and takes the drawing and meets Liam's eyes and asks, "Can I open it now, or do you want me to wait?"
You can wait. Just open it when you think you need it.
How will I know if I need it?
I don't know. If you're sitting there thinking, I need it, then you probably need it.
You have such a way with words, Liam.
And he just throws his arms around you, gives you a big hug, starts to cry. Don't go. Why are you going? Don't go. And Sebastian's like, come on, Liam, we talked about this. He's got to go. And he slowly and gently pulls him away.
Killian does pause to very gently take Liam by the shoulders so he can look him dead in the eye and says, "Look, kid, I know this is really scary. It's only going to be a couple of hours. Then I'm going to come back, okay? We're going to make sure that the lights are on and that they stay on. But I promise you, I'm gonna come back to you."
Okay, bring back the light, okay?
It's what I'm here to do.
And as you rise up, Sebastian will pull you into a fierce hug, kiss you on the cheek. Did you take your item, JD?
See, I was going to say yes, but if Sebastian is about to hand it to me, I don't know that I can say no to that.
I was going to say that you feel his hand go around you, lift your shirt up and slide it in your belt, the back.
Absolutely.
You might need this.
And Killian knows what it is by the weight and the shape, and he rests his head against Sebastian's and then just quietly says, "I can't make you the same promise that I made Liam."
It's okay. Just remember you don't owe these people fucking anything. You do what you gotta do and you come back, okay?
That's the plan.
All right, get going.
And there's a moment where Killian hesitates, like he's going to say something else, and then just nods, says his goodbyes, and goes to join the others.
And finally, Adam.
Adam is laying on his right side in his cubicle, looking at the little figure in the bedroll next to him, and very gingerly reaches a hand out and tucks a strand of hair behind their ear, and rolls over and checks his bag, making sure that all of his supplies are in there, and that nothing, despite his kind of disheveled appearance, that nothing in the bags is haphazardly tossed in there, that everything is meticulous, and briefly pulls out a very shiny scalpel that is stuck into a cork and looks at it, pausing for a moment, places it back in the bag, and closes the bag and looks at the cracked framed photo where the glass is spiderwebbed, at the wedding photo of him and Charlie. And he very gingerly places a kiss on it and sits up and looks at the little figure next to him and goes, "Come on, baby girl, time to go."
And
No.
yeah,
I don't wanna.
I know, sweetie. It's time to go.
No.
We gotta go see Hannah. Come on. Come on. And I bend down and I scoop her up.
She looks very, very sad and's got that unhappy face that she gets. How old is Sam?
She is 5.
Clutching her little Mothman stuffed figure. Might have to go see Anna.
You like Hannah, though, don't you?
No.
Yeah. Come on, you had fun with Hannah last time, right?
Yeah, but it's not like you.
I know, sweetie. Daddy's gonna be back real soon, I promise.
Mothman said you shouldn't go.
And turn and I look at Mothman and I go, I gotta go, Mothman. Gotta go save the world.
She does this little voice as she shakes Mothman. You. No, I go. I am Mothman. I go in the dark.
And I adopt the same voice and I go, I am the darkness. Oh, you want to cuddle? Okay, but I'm still the darkness. And I give her like a big like tickle and raspberry.
She laughs a little bit. She's still sad, but she's like, okay, but just 2 hours, all right?
Just 2 hours, baby. I got it.
If not, I send Mothman after you.
You can send Mothman and he will swoop in and he will save us all. I promise.
He will. And she flaps his little thingy on.
Okay, come on. And I make my way over to the kind of makeshift daycare area that's meant for folks who have essential jobs to drop off little ones.
Yeah, we do have subsidized daycare in Quebec. And
Even during the apocalypse.
even during the apocalypse, $5 a day. Hannah is waiting for you, and when she sees Sam, she's like, "Oh, you brought Mothman today. I'm so happy. Am I gonna get to chat with Mothman later?" And Sam says, "No. We'll talk about it. All right. Why don't you go inside? I want to talk to your dad for a second." And Sam gives you a final hug, and she goes, 2 hours, or I send Mothman.
2 hours or Mothman comes and gets us.
As she runs inside to go play with the other kids, Anna looks at you. Aren't you forgetting something? Don't have your bag.
Oh, right. Hey, thanks, Han. Appreciate it.
We'll be here when you come back.
Yep. And I tucked something in her lunchbox, but just for safekeeping.
Gotcha. Don't worry. We'll keep her safe.
Okay.
Thanks. You're doing a great thing for everybody. Everyone knows it, and everyone's really grateful.
We gotta do what we can, right?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Good luck out there. Stay the light.
You bet. I gotta go get my bag. And I double back and I'm kind of like hastily tucking in my shirt into my jeans.
As you get your bag and then come back and meet the others at the center of the area known as the Commons, which is the few floors where you live, which is where most of the people live in the tower, you see that the others are already there waiting for you, and the leader of the Commons, Dr. Suleiman, as Yora goes, "Oh, Adam, finally. All right. Well, you know what to do. There are 3 generators. We need at least 1 to keep the lights on, but 2 would be preferable. I don't know exactly what's going on with them, but you might stop on the other floors on the way up, see if any of them know what's going on. Maybe someone there is already working on it. If that's so, just come on right back down here, all right? We'll be waiting and counting on y'all. And he pulls out a little notepad from his pocket. Apparently, the rising platform that was stopped the other day was on floor 46. They should have some fuel and some. And as he's saying that, the lights in the entire place flicker, and everyone kind of stops and holds their breath. And then darkness. Suddenly, for like a second, you hear screams, people panicking, people start to scream, then the lights very hesitantly kind of come back on. From somewhere further in, you hear, "Michael, where's Michael? Where's Michael? He was just here." Dr. Suleiman looks and goes, Go. We don't have any time to waste. Floor 46 is where it stopped. You might be able to reach it. Go, stick to the light. God be with you." As people start to move about, trying to look Michael, people are calling, Michael, where are you, Michael? He was right here. He was holding my hand. Now he's gone. As people kind of spread out, and then the four of you are left standing there, looking at the door marked exit. You know it leads to a stairwell that leads up. You know that you have to go at least, you are around floor 22. You have to go at least to floor 38 to be able to get an elevator up to the floor. So you have some climbing to do. Any words for each other before you push through the door and enter the stairwell?
Brenda doesn't say anything, but she's clearly breathing really shallowly, looking at the door, and is trying to pull herself together to go through that door into the stairwell.
You need a moment, kid?
Moment's not going to help.
What's the highest floor you've ever been up to?
$37, maybe?
How about the rest of you?
I don't think I've been past 35.
Same here.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Let's go.
With you, you have the following. Someone make note of it. You have old generator and electrical blueprints. You have 4 glow sticks. The glow sticks will give you light for one scene. You have 1 oil lamp. It will give you enough light for one scene. If you fail a roll while using it, it runs out of oil. You have 2 flashlights. The batteries are already pretty used up. If you fail a roll while using one, the batteries die. And you have a toolkit. As you approach the door to the stairwell, it's time for us to set our truths. These things are true. The world is dark. Beth, what is the truth? Anyone, actually. Let's go with anyone. Doesn't matter if anyone has a good truth. What lies beyond that door?
Brenda is one step shy of a panic attack as soon as her foot hits the stairs.
It's 2.
The stairs are metal and rickety.
John feels a wavering of his confidence going on another mission.
In the stairwell, several of the lights have gone out, creating pockets of darkness.
I have a few more. Oh, it would be me, right?
It's you.
In the stairwell, there's someone who should not be there. Yeah.
That person is from the Berg.
You can hear very faintly from many floors above what sounds like a fight.
One more.
The person in the stairwell who shouldn't be there has a light source on them.
And the final truth is,
And we are alive.
We are alive.
you get into the stairwell. You start going up. You go about halfway up to the next floor. You see that one of the lights there has kind of started going out. It's flickering, and it's causing momentarily a little bit of shadow to fall down on the landing right where you sort of need to cross. And Brenda, as you approach this stairwell, you hesitate. You're already kind of feeling a little panicky, and you are a little on the edge already. And as you approach that, you stop to wait for it to flicker on so that you can rush across. And it flickers off, and it stays off for a little longer than it's been staying off. And as it does, you hear a voice in it that says, "Why did you send me down?"
She'll just cover her ears and wait for the light to come back.
What do the rest of you do? You see Brenda suddenly stop and cover her ears.
I put one hand on her back and go, "You all right?"
I don't like the stairs.
Well, we got no choice.
I know.
Do me a favor and take a deep breath. As a spirit.
As you try to time your passage to when the light is flickering on, I'll ask you to make a roll, one of you, for the group, to see if all of you get through it or if one of you gets caught. So you get to roll 10 dice right now because there are 10 candles lit. Who would like to make the roll?
I will.
Oh no.
Oh, I got 1, 6, and no ones. So we still have 10 dice.
Excellent. So you steal your nerves and you manage to pass through, and each of you kind of timing it, and then one of you, like it flickers off just a little too quick, and you kind of just manage, and you feel as you go by, and we'll say that it is Beth. As you go by, it flicks off just a second before you're kind of like completely through it, and you feel all of a sudden this cold breeze, as if someone is just on the back, right here underneath your ear.
We need to keep going.
You keep climbing up the stairs. Your boots are clanging on this metal staircase as you're going up. It's kind of fallen in disrepair a little bit, and the sound of your feet echoes in this cement stairwell, like clang, clang, clang as you go up. You go up a few floors. You're almost up to You are almost up at this point. You've gone up a couple of floors. You know that just ahead of you, that your section of the building, the commons, ends at floor 31. And then after that, you have what's called the moat, which is an area of a couple of floors that is flooded entirely with lights and that is guarded at least to a certain level by the people above. The people above, the section above is called the Berg, and it's where more people with bigger families and things like that sort of live. It used to be a shopping area, so there's like a bunch of stores and people have built little homes in these stores. But you keep climbing up around floor 28. As you're going up, you see falling down a lit cigarette that is almost burned all the way, and it just drops down the well where you are, and you hear from a floor or two above, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you hear like a scraping noise. What would you like to do?
I'm going to telescope out my baton.
Seems like this might be something for you to handle.
Sure. And I'll,
You are our security guard. Didn't they teach you something about fighting?
Yeah, kid. Sure did. I'll just sort of push past and...
Adam just narrows his eyes at Killian.
I start going up.
Do you try to move silently, or do you just go up?
As silently as I can. There is a clicking in my knee that I really can't do anything about.
Silently enough. You want to go silently enough that you want to make a roll for it?
Yeah, I do. I really do. Okay. Well, that is 1 6 and 1 1.
So you lose one die, which I now take. Add in my low pool. You climb up fairly silently. As you get to just one floor up above, you can see what looks like just a regular man. He's dressed, he's got like a leather apron and boots and whatnot, and his sleeves are rolled up, and you can see that he's got like stained hands. You're not quite sure exactly what they're stained with. It's kind of dark. And you hear a lighter and another cigarette being lit. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die. No, I can't just let it happen that way. Jesus, fuck, why? Why me? What do you do?
I continue up, less, stealthily this time. And I guess turn to see who it is.
You turn around the corner, you see a man, like I said, he's got like this leather apron on, his sleeves are rolled up, he's got a bit of a beard, his hair is kind of long and disheveled. He gets here, he says, "Who the fuck are you? Where are you going? Don't you know it's fucking dark up there?"
Yeah, it's gonna be dark down there though, so kind of have to move up. Just passing through.
Where do you think you're going?
Up.
You can't go up there, it's dark.
I mean, I have to. I'm going to.
We gotta try and fix it.
Oh shit, how many of you are there? You're like a whole
Enough.
gang going on. You're going to fix what? The Jennies?
That's right.
Plan.
Good fucking luck with that.
Yeah, what makes you say that?
Fuckers in the castle blew them. They're fucking blown, man. They're gonna have some fucking party or something. They tried to fucking divert all the juice to their fucking floor to light up this fucking place and blew two of the fucking Jennies. Just go back home and wait for it to end. Jesus. I'm all the way up there for fucking nothing. Jesus fuck.
You give up that easily?
But I gave up a long fucking time ago, right? Just fucking waiting for the end. I mean, look around you. Look out that window. And when you look out the window, one of the things is because of the light of the cross outside, all the windows have been left clear and open, so you can always get a little bit of the light from the cross. And you're on the side, you're on the north face of the building now, so you can see the cross that is burning up on the mountain. Everything around it is black. The mountain is black. The city is black. It's just this vast ocean of nothingness between where you are and the cross up on the mountain. It's almost as if it's hovering there in the air. Look at that. That's a tide you can't push back, bud.
Why don't you speed it along then?
You're fucking spicy. Hey, look, don't fucking let me stop you. You want to go upstairs, you go upstairs. I'm just fucking sitting here waiting for the
We're
fucking
at least
end.
doing something.
Oh yeah, you're fucking
You're
doing something. You're gonna fucking
sitting on
bust
your
a sweat
ass.
going up to the fucking top floor, and you're gonna get there and you're gonna realize that those fuckers in the castle fucked all of us. They fucked all of us. They've
You
been
don't know me. You
fucking all
don't
of
know what
us
I
our
can
entire lives.
fix.
You don't look like you could fucking fix a sandwich.
All
Fuck
right.
off.
Hey, look, no skin off my nose. You want to fucking go? Fucking go. Wait a minute.
We'll go up. Why don't you go down?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm fucking fine right here. All right, that thing's fucking bringing some light in here 24/7.
All of this has set Adam's teeth just on edge. All the talk of the black out there. And the
It is a little bit unnerving when you're up here and you can see like the entire
Yeah.
world is black, dark, dark, dark. It's just a cross on you.
And it makes Adam just a little squirrely. So you gonna get the fuck out of our way?
Hey, I'm not in your way. He steps aside. Fucking knock yourselves out.
Yeah. Maybe we will, so I don't knock you out.
We're all gonna die in a matter of a couple days, and you want to fucking punch my lights out. Look, you want to fucking like get some of your aggressivity out. Just go upstairs and punch some of those rich fucks in the castle. They're the ones who fucking put us in this shit.
Maybe we will, but is this really how you want to use your last couple of days on Earth? By being an
Yeah.
asshole to the people who are trying to actually fix shit while you're doing
Yeah.
nothing?
All right. You've riled my friends up enough. We're gonna go.
Go.
Have a nice fucking day.
There hasn't been a day for fucking Lord knows how long now. You think there's going to be another one?
I'm gonna step on his
Adam?
foot as I walk by.
Ow!
You want to
Fuck.
throw him down the stairs at him?
Oh, you're all fucking... Oh, this is how you want to live the rest of your life? You want to just be an asshole, and now you want to throw me down the stairs? Like,
I grab him by the scruff and just dangle him over the stairwell and say one more fucking word.
make a roll.
Adam,
Make a roll. 9 dice.
So freaked out. Okay. Oh no. I got 2 1s and no 6s. Can I use
Burn a
my
trait.
I'm gonna burn my virtue because I'm feral.
We can see
I'm
that.
so glad I gave that to you.
Thank you.
So you get to reroll the ones.
Oh, butts. This is rough. I've got a 6 and a 5.
All right, I got a 6 also.
Fuck you, Bleak.
I do believe that I do believe I get narration rights. Let me just double check. Yeah, if we tie, I get narration rights. So now you can choose to burn a candle to not give me narration rights, or you can just see where it goes.
Oh, gods. I have to make that call? Or do we collectively make that call?
We can make it collectively.
Can we please collectively make it? Because I don't know that it's worth it to burn a candle on.
I'd
He's
say
a
see
good
where it-
narrator.
Yeah, right. Let's see
I
where
mean,
it
I
goes.
like a Bleak story, but I'm afraid to like praise him too much so he doesn't get like, now you all fucking die.
I mean, we might as well let him do it.
Yeah.
This might as well happen. However it goes, this might as well happen.
As if we're gonna play this exact game beyond tonight. Come in.
You go feral and you reach out and you grab him, and you can see him give a little smile like he was waiting for this. And as you step up to him and turn to dangle him over, you feel something sharp slide right into your stomach. And you know he's just pressing this blade in, and it's just going in very slowly.
Do we notice that?
You definitely you see Adam kind of cramp up, and then you see blood dripping on the ground, and he's looking at you like, yeah, you want to fucking go?
I pull out my multi-tool and switch out the blade, and I shove it into his back.
Make a roll.
I thought we weren't allowed to kill anybody.
It's a small blade. What could it do?
I got 1, 1, and no 6s. So I'm gonna burn my assertive trait.
And reroll that one.
Yep.
Come on.
Please give me a 6. Nope, that's still a 1.
Oh, fuck.
All right, I get another die. You lose another die.
No.
How many do we have now?
We have 8.
You're down to 8.
Okay.
As 2 candles have gone out.
Oh.
No, sorry, the candles have gone out. You just lost a die. Sorry. So he stabs you. You feel the blood dripping. You come at him with the knife. You lunge towards him. He sees you coming, and he pushes Adam right into you. The two of you kind of fall to the ground. Your knife, your multi-tool, goes cling, 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 falls off the side. And you hear it go ting, 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 ting.
Fuck.
And as you're like kind of trying to pick yourself up and looking at this, you see the door that was next to him on the landing close as he's ditching back inside.
Oh, that fucker.
Ow.
Okay. Let's
John?
sit you down.
Get my bag, please,
Okay.
quickly.
Yep. I pull it open. I start handing you things that might actually make sense. I might have
Except
done
that
this before.
you have failed a roll now. So, having failed a roll, we darken a candle and move on to the next scene.
This game is fucked up.
As one
Yeah, it is.
candle darkens, and now I now have 2 dice, and you have 8. You find yourselves arriving on the landing of floor 35, which is where the berg begins. You know that you have to go up to 38 to get to the elevator, if you want, or you can keep climbing the stairs. But, my friends, as you arrive on the landing, the floor 35, these things are true. The world is dark. What are your truths?
That motherfucker's gonna get what he deserves.
I am tending to this wound as best I can.
Okay, I will say that as a truth. You could say that you've managed to.
I managed to tend to this wound as best I can.
The shouting from above has gotten louder.
The blade that went into Adam was contaminated with something.
God damn it, JD.
That's why I
I
bring
thought we
JD
were
these
friends.
I love
I thought we were friends. I see where your allegiance lies. I'm gonna freaking kill Killian by the end of it.
Next. Yeah, a few more.
I think it's you, Bleak.
Is it me? I have an idea. I just need to go check my notes here for a second.
I really don't like when you take this long to do things.
I really hate it when GMs say I need to check my notes.
Well, we absolutely know in this case it cannot be good. Nothing can be good.
Somewhere on this floor is someone who has done time with Killian. I think it's
Who's-
dead.
I think it's Dexter.
I mean, anyone can pitch in. I'm not too hard on the going around thing. If anyone has an idea.
The lights flashing out are taking longer to come back on.
Does it go to Beth?
Anyone can throw down.
one of the voices that we hear upstairs in whatever scuffle is going on is familiar to Adam.
I can piggyback off of that, right?
Actually, there's a candle. No, you can't at this point. Sorry, because one candle is dark, so the last candle is. We are all
we are alive.
Alive.
So you're on the landing. You've noticed that the lights now flicker off much longer, like a couple of seconds each. The only thing that's kind of saving your grace, your bacon, is that they're not all synced. So there's always at least one light on somewhere in the well, but you're finding yourselves in shadow very often. There's also the opportunity of going through the door and go into this floor, which is the Berg, and to try and find the elevator. Or to continue up the stairs. What would you like to do? The sounds from the scuffle upstairs have definitely increased, and it sounds like 5 or 6 voices now yelling angrily.
How is everyone looking since Adam has been stabbed, John is older, and Brenda was having a panic attack? So,
You tell me,
how is
JD.
everyone looking?
I'm looking surprisingly good for my age. Thank you very much. Man.
Such a spry 60.
Listen, yeah, he honestly, he looks like someone who was pretty fit for a dude in his 60s, but I think the time here, as it's done for many people, has sort of had him wither a bit. But he looks a little shaken. He could see in Brenda's eyes the panic when her tool fell. And he's got a little bit of Adam's blood on his hand.
And yeah, and Adam, by the way, when you pulled the knife out from your gut, you saw that it wasn't a very big knife. It was kind of like a homemade shank, but you could clearly see that it looks like there was maybe fecal matter on it or something like that.
Wow, thank you, Bleak. Jesus
Really?
Fucking Christ.
Why me? It's JD.
We're having
I
words
did not
with
specify
you
that.
two later.
I'm just saying.
It's JD. I did nothing wrong.
We will have words later. Yeah, I'm gonna try and clean that out as best I can.
Brenda just sits down on the landing and puts her head in her hands. I fucked up. He made me so mad, and now how are we supposed to fix anything? I don't have a tool other than what's in our toolkit, but that was supposed to help.
We'll find a way.
Yeah, we have what we have, and we're going to use it.
I don't know if I can. I don't.
You can.
Yeah, I don't
You
want to hear
have
that
to.
shit. You're going to. That's why you're here. That's why you're with us.
Everybody around me gets hurt.
You're not the only one.
In case you haven't noticed, there's an apocalypse. That's pretty much what's happening with all of us.
Are you the reason that everyone keeps getting hurt, though?
I did time in purgatory, so, you know, make that call yourself.
While y'all are debating your morals and ethics, John, can you just help me make sure that this is all... I think there's something nasty on there. And I like open up the bandage and just like get some hydrogen peroxide in there as best I can and like get his assistance on it.
Yep.
Ow, ow, ow. Ah, fuck.
It's all right.
Oh. Okay. All right, patch me up. There's in there.
Got it.
Jesus.
As you reach for the bag, the lights where you are go off for a moment and darkness falls upon you, and then they come back on almost right away. And as they do, both Adam and John see Keith reaching out and grabbing your hand that is going for the bag and holding on to it as your hand was going for the medical bag, looking at you, pleading with his eyes, both of you. And then the lights flicker and flash on again, and you're holding the strap for the medical bag.
Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck.
All right.
Adam, what's going on?
Breathe.
He was right there. He was right there. I just saw him. I saw his hand. I saw his. Oh God! And you start to see Adam start to lose it.
Listen, man, you got to breathe.
No,
Hey.
no, John, and I like grip his arm really hard, and I go, John, he was there. He was right there. You saw him too, right? Right, you saw him.
Listen, take a breath. I know you've got people. Think about them. Let's go. Come on. Hey. You can do it. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Adam stands up.
You get a big clap on the back.
Easy, big guy, please.
All right. Are we okay to keep moving?
Which way
Let's
are we
go.
going?
Adam, are you okay to keep climbing, or do we want to go for the elevator?
Either way is pretty fucking grim, so you're the leader. Lead us.
You know, I was trying to make this a democracy and give you all a chance to weigh in, but you know what? I don't trust that we won't have to drag you the rest of the way, so let's go for the fucking elevator.
Fine. Adam is doing his level best to walk just fine, presuming he got kind of stuck right in the gut.
You're doing okay. You can manage. Fine enough. You open the door onto this floor of the Berg. This floor, as I was saying earlier, was once a shopping area. So over a few floors, there are what used to be stores that have been transformed into housing for families that are a little bit more important. So people whose jobs or skills were deemed to be important to the survival society and who had bigger families got sort of placed up here in this area. You can see that like downstairs, the lights are flickering here. It seems to be the same situation as you had in the Commons, where there's just not enough power to kind of keep everything going. As you open the door and start moving down this, what basically is kind of a little shopping mall kind of area, the voice in the stairwell fade away. You start walking through. You notice that people are sort of huddling together and kind of talking, trying to figure out what to do. They look at you a little bit as you go by, but they don't really pay too much attention as you sort of walk by them. But there are people here. If you want to ask questions or talk to anybody, you could. Or what do you want to do? Do you want to keep going and just sort of head for the elevator, or?
I'll just sort of nudge Killian. Any reason we need to stop here?
I don't see one. I think it's best to keep going. Unless, of course, you see anyone who might have a new multi-tool.
That's a good point. Brenda, does anyone here look, I don't know, like you?
What the fuck does that mean?
Do you know anybody here who also does the same work as you? Anyone who might have something to replace what you lost?
I had to come up here to fix something for somebody once. I think I can still figure out what part of the floor they lived in. We can ask.
As you're going about doing that, JD, Killian hears a voice that he recognizes coming from, there's kind of like a little alley between a couple of, like in those little shopping malls, there's like a lot that goes to like the bathrooms or something, like the restrooms and things like that. So there's like a little corridor that goes down like that. And a bit further down, there's a couple people talking. There's 3 people talking, and one of them is a voice you recognize. It's a woman named Nikki that you remember from Purgatory. Not someone that you would say you're neutral with them, like not someone you interacted a lot with. And you don't necessarily have like a good or bad relationship with them. They were just another person serving time in Purgatory, but you recognize their voice. If you want to do anything about that, it's up to you.
I think Killian will approach, will say to the others, I might be able to get some useful information. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be back. And then he'll head down towards the group that's talking.
When you head down there, they kind of look nervously at you at first when they come in, a couple of them. One of the men like, hey, buddy. And then Nikki says, no, wait, I think I know him. Killian, is that Killian?
Yeah, it's me, Nikki.
Oh, hey, you're out.
You too.
Yeah, well, at some point, they gotta let you out to bring new ones in. I did time with this guy. He's all right. No, she tells that to the others. They still kind of look at you a little suspiciously. What are you doing up here?
We're heading up to fix the Jennies.
What's your angle?
My angle is getting the lights back on.
You getting anything for that?
I'm getting enough.
Just, never pictured you as the laying your life on the line kind of fella.
Yeah, well, I have some people down there who matter to me.
Someone's gonna go and fix it, right?
What do you mean?
Well, someone's gonna go and fix it. You think the fuckers upstairs are gonna stay in the dark? You're gonna send some people to take care of it.
Yeah, but who's gonna say that when they fix it, light actually comes back everywhere it's supposed to?
Look, it always comes back, doesn't it? Hey, if you're interested though, we got ourselves an idea. Now that the lights are out, we'll score. You think you're interested?
Might have to know a little bit more about what you're thinking.
The lift that was bringing the resupply a couple nights ago. There was someone who blew out the windows on floor 46. But the lift's just standing there. Apparently, when the windows blew out, it killed the lights that were on the lift. No one knows what happened to everyone that was up there, but there's a whole pallet of stuff on that lift just sitting there. Fuck knows what, batteries, fuel, food. Remember those Cliff Bars you stole that one time? Might be another fucking pallet of that shit in there.
Fuck, that could go a long way.
That could go a long way. And I mean, you know, if you go up there, you repair that thing, they're just going to bring that up there and it's going to be like usual. They're going to start bringing it down, and every floor that this fucking supply comes in, more and more and more of it's going to come off, and until it reaches downstairs and there's almost fucking nothing left, just crumbs. All right, it's right there. We can go take it right now. That's where we're heading.
All right, then I've got a proposition for you. I can't say that I can be in it for the hustle this time as much as I'd like to say that I would be. I've got to keep moving, but how about we all head up together? You watch our back, we'll watch yours. I'll make sure the others turn a blind eye.
Whoa, wait, what others?
I think I was going up there alone to fix the generators. I don't have that type of expertise.
Fuck, that's why I was like, what kind of angle you got?
No, I've got a team.
Oh, you've got a team. Are they as willing as you are?
Absolutely not. It's a fucking
Good are they?
clusterfuck. But you know what? I think we're all invested in not dying.
She looks at her two buddies and it's like, there's gonna be a ton of shit on that lift, and we're not gonna be able to carry all of it alone. She looks at you, got any light?
We got some. What about you?
No, we don't have a lot. We got this. She shows you this. She's got like one of those big security battery flashlight things. We have this, and we got a couple of glow sticks.
We got a couple of those too.
Yeah, maybe we combine our forces. Like in the old days, what was that superhero thing where they all got together and they shot that light out of their asshole or whatever it was?
A hell of a way to describe that.
Were they like? They were like fucking raccoons or skunks or bears or something, and it shot out of their belly button.
Oh, you mean the fucking Care Bears?
Yeah, the fucking Care Bears. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna be a bunch of fucking Care Bears. That's what we're gonna be, right, guys? Sure, take us to your friends.
And Killian returns with several other people in tow.
Whilst Killian was away, the lot of you standing there waiting, see a guy approach you, dressed. It looks like he's wearing like a business suit jacket, but underneath he's got like just like a t-shirt and some jeans, and he comes over. Hey, you guys trading?
No.
Not much to trade, I'm afraid.
Oh, you got like you got some medical supplies there. Is that a flashlight I see? Man, we'll fucking trade you.
You got a
What do you
multi-tool?
need? Multi-tool? Oh, like one of those
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get you that. Totally. What you want to part for? What you want to part for it?
Can we give up a glow stick?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, my shop's just over here. Come on. And like literally like a couple of things down, there's like an old Radio Shack. You can see that he's grabbed it and he's got like some supplies and stuff in there.
Welcome, weary travelers. Buy, sell, trade.
Buy, sell, trade. You walk into the shop. So yeah, he looks around, opens a drawer, pulls out a multi-tool, not unlike yours. It's like, I got this one right here. What you offering?
One glow stick.
I'm sort of standing back and paying the fuck attention to this space that we're in right now. Just FYI.
Do you want to pay really close attention? Like close enough attention to make a roll?
I do.
Go for it.
How many do we have now?
9.
9? 9. Okay. Fuck me. Okay. 3 6s and 1 1.
All right, so you lose the 1, put the 1 out, but you've got successes. As you're kind of taken in the shop, you notice outside of the shop, not in the shop itself, but sort of nearby, there's like one of those things, like it's got like 4 benches, and like it would have had trees kind of growing out of it. There are trees because they're fake trees and whatnot. You can see sticking out from there, there's a hand that's just like kind of like on the side like this, sticking out from this little planter of trees there that's next to you.
Does it look fresh?
Yeah, you can see that it's jerking a little bit.
All right. Noted, I guess.
You don't know anything?
Thanks, I hate it. Oh my god.
JD,
I'll
come back. You come back, JD, and they're gone.
Amazing. Incredible. Killian is going to have several choice words for his missing teammates, and then he's going to go to find them.
Give me a roll.
I knew that was coming. How many dice are we at?
8.
Wait, did we lose one from the dice pool?
Yeah,
Oh,
because you rolled a 1. Or
Sorry.
rolled a 1.
damn it.
All right, that is 1 6, no ones.
All right, excellent. So as you're moving through, you hear one of their voices, and you look over, and you can see John is kind of like staring at this like tree planter, and then just kind of behind him in the shop, you see the lot of them chit-chatting with some guy.
John, you what's
Hey.
going on here?
Look at that. No, just like casually point over to the arm.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. I think we're being set up here. I don't like this.
Okay, what are we doing here?
We're trying to get Brenda a tool. Just, I don't know.
Meanwhile, inside. And the problem is, this is going to serve you for a long time. The glow stick's only one use. Like, I get it. It's got value. So, I'm willing to, but...
It's fucking light, man.
Yeah, I know, but, like, I'm going to use it once and then it's going to be gone. Like, so you have something else to sweeten the pot?
This is just sitting in a drawer. You didn't even know what it was when I first asked. You had to be like, well, one of these things.
Hey, with an attitude like that, you're not helping. And bartering is supposed to be, an exchange of, it's a negotiation. Like I make a suggestion, you could provide a counter suggestion. Hey, look, man, we're all just trying to get by here,
Counter suggestion, I get my friend John to punch you in the face. I don't know.
But who the fuck's John? The old cooter out there?
Yeah. He's worse than he looks.
What's with the violence all of a sudden? Like, I'm
Listen,
like,
Brenda. Hey, let's.
do you have any food? Maybe something.
We're trying to keep the fucking lights on in the whole goddamn building.
You are.
Yeah, that's what I need this fucking thing for. We're headed up to the Jennies to fix them. So 1 glow stick and all of our trouble seems like a fair trade to me.
How do I know you're really going up there to fix the Jennings? You could just be fucking bullshitting me.
You come with us.
Fuck no.
Well,
Give me a roll, see if you can convince him.
one, 6, no ones.
Excellent. You guys are doing really well.
Deb. Yeah, we're doing really well, which means Bleak is about to throw us a fucking curveball.
I think the curveball I'm going to throw you right now is this. I'm going to ask the chat, my friends in the chat, if you would, I would like for people in the chat, someone in the chat, to roll me a d20, and let's see if a candle blows out on its own. If you would, anyone in the chat, and I'll take the first number that pops up. If you want to type !, roll dice.
God damn it, Christian.
Ooh, 18, so close. A 19 and 20, you would have lost a candle, but it's an 18, so you're good. You're good for now. Thank you, your boy Big.
Wait,
Thanks,
so 20 is
Ian.
bad?
Yeah, 19 and 20 blows on a candle.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Ian. We love you.
Yes.
So much.
God damn it.
He's like, all right, fine. You can have it. Outside, you hear, the fuck is that? Meanwhile, outside, your friends have shown up and they're kind of hanging around you, Killian. And then one of them sees the hand and goes, the fuck is that?
Yeah, we've all got the same question here. We're just going to ignore that, pretend that's not happening. John's going to keep an eye on it, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here.
Storyteller, it's twitching, right? Is it
twitching? Yeah.
Is it like zombie twitching, or is it like injured person twitching? Those are two different. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Well, then Adam's just gonna walk right over there.
You walk right over there. As you approach, you see the hand belongs to the guy from the stairwell. He is lying there in this planter. He looks up at you. You can see that there's a pool of blood that has amassed under him. He's looking up at you. Help me.
Are people watching me at this moment?
Yeah, you see that Killian has come back with 3 other people that you've never seen before, and they're all kind of staring at this thing now, and John's there. I mean, Brenda's still inside trying to get a better deal for her tool.
And I climb into the planter just right next to him, and I put my foot just very gently on the wound, and I look down at him and I go, and why should I help you?
Aren't you a fucking doctor?
Saying as how you stuck me with a shitty knife earlier. I think that, oh no, my license must be suspended.
Whatever happened to first do no harm?
Well, you fucking started it, bro.
He kind of recoils a little bit away from you and just curls. You see blood pouring out of him.
And I lift my boot off and I get down onto one knee and I rip his shirt open just to see where the source of the bleeding is.
Brenda, you're coming out of the store. What are the rest of you doing as Adam is in there looking like he's about to start eating the guy or helping him? You're not sure.
I assume he's doing a medical procedure. He's a doctor. It's fine.
I don't assume that. I am going to sort of probably stand within, like, I don't know, 10 feet of Adam and just say, hey, we can't kill.
Oh, no.
Negligence is kind of, maybe we can ask somebody else to help because we've got something to do.
No, I'm hearing what you're saying. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill this guy. And I just look and see what's going on and what may have happened, that he is a bloody mess?
Very similar to you. He was gut stabbed.
And I look at him, and I I brace and examine the wound a little bit, and I go, "What happened?"
And as you say that, Killian, Nikki's like, "We should go. Just leave this guy be. He's just a fucking asshole. Let's just get out of here. We got shit to do. You want to wrangle your people? Well, we got to get up there before they turn all the lights back on and go get this pallet of stuff."
We've wasted enough time. Come on, let's head out. Adam, let's go.
What happened to you?
Fucking ambushed me. I was supposed to go upstairs, do a job with them. They took my flashlight.
I start feigning as if I'm going to help, and I just dig into his pockets and see if there's anything I can find.
You dig through his pockets, and thanks to Kurt, who donated 500 bits earlier and had a special request, as you dig through his pockets, you come up with a little metal tin. When you pull it out, you see that it's a little tin of mints.
I shake it. And I pop it open. And I take one out, and I put it in my bag and go, and I spit it on him, and I go, just not my flavor. And I hop down out of the plane.
Brenda, you come out of the store with your brand new multi-tool, having given up a glow stick for it, and you see Adam climbing out of this tree planter, and this woman and these other two guys who were like pulling on Killian's arm, like, let's fucking go, man. Look, fucking leave them here if they want to dick around. Let's just fucking go.
I'm not leaving them. They're the ones that have the specialties we need. Let's fucking go. We've wasted enough time.
The
I'm
lights
ready.
in
Let's
the
go.
place shut down. Everything goes dark.
Fuck.
Gotta light it up.
John, as the darkness hits, you hear a voice coming from near. It's kind of like a voice on the phone. Like it's coming from a little bit further away, like coming through a phone. Do you want to talk to Nora? She's here. Hold on, Nora, your dad's on the phone. Or is it your granddad? Sorry, your granddad's on the phone. Granddad's on the phone, Nora. Come on. What do you do? Darkness persists. 1 second, 2, 3. You hear people start screaming. 4.
My eyes are just closed really tight.
5.
And I've stopped breathing.
Brenda, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
I crack a glow stick.
You crack the glow stick. The hand that was on your shoulder, Brenda, slides off very, very slowly as the darkness recedes from you. The voice on the phone, John, gets further and further away from you. And that the last thing that you hear is, "I'm coming, Granddad." And then the glow stick lights up, and all of you are lit in this purple light from this glow stick, and are all kind of huddled. And you can see here and there people turning on lamps and whatnot. You hear screams going on all around you as people are hurrying and kind of turning on lamps. The guy from the Radio Shack store has got like a little light that he turns on also in the front of his store that lights a little area. You're in this, basically all these little pools of light, and you see people rushing and kind of scrambling and kind of pushing each other to try and get into the little pools of light. And in the darkness, you see shapes moving. They're very indistinct, but you can clearly see them, almost kind of like when you see something out of the corner of your eye, when you look at it, it's gone. Like when you're looking in a dark room, right, and you look directly at something, you can't see it, but when you look kind of sideways, you can pick it up a little bit. You can see vaguely humanoid shapes, perhaps with a few extra appendages, moving in the dark pools between the lights. Holy fuck, man. Jesus Christ. And Nikki pulls out the flashlight and turns it on too. You're all kind of huddled in this little pool of light. You're surrounded by darkness. What do you do?
We're going to stay close together. We're going to move forward. We are heading towards the lift.
Copy that. And I kind of like, as best I can, like pan the glow stick over to Brenda just to see her expression.
Brenda, you're staring off into the darkness. You are 100% sure that you saw one of these shadows. That it looked like Kelsey for a moment. It had that same outline, that same look on her face, that last one that she gave you just before you left the hearing.
My face is ghost white.
Brenda. I snap in front of her face.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta go.
Yep, let's go.
You start moving in a group towards where you know the lift is. As you move, you see other people huddling into their little islands of light everywhere. You hear screams, you see people, the light will falter and they'll step a little bit in the darkness. And next thing you know, it's like the darkness just envelops them. And then people are screaming and trying to reach out for them. And as they reach for them, their hand goes in the darkness, they get pulled in and they disappear. And a lot of you are walking, and as you're walking in this pool of light, moving the pool of light along with you, you can see shapes moving all around you, almost like it's water that is breaking and sort of moving around you as you're moving. They're super indistinct. You can't see them. You think maybe you catch a face here or eyes there. And the thing that's fucking you up is that all of these faces that you see remind you of people that you've lost. People that you knew, people that you know died in the darkness already. And that little pool of light that you're in moves slowly as all of you kind of huddle together. Nikki's flashlight at some point starts to flicker and she's banging it and trying to get it to keep working. Your glow stick is starting to fade as you are moving, and you can see up ahead where the lift is. And at the front of the lift, there's a little emergency light, and it comes down just over the door, and you can clearly see the door of the elevator lit up in this little kind of emergency light that's over it. Give me a roll to see if you can manage to all kind of stay together.
Who wants
as
to
you
roll?
move towards there.
You do.
Okay. I'm rolling 8. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got 3 6s and 1 1.
All right, so you remove the 1.
So we're down to 7.
Yep. You move forward and you manage to kind of all stay together. As you're approaching the elevator door, you know one thing. If there's no power, the elevator's not going to work. Right now, there's no power. The darkness is persisting. People are screaming everywhere. And then as you approach the elevator, it's kind of like all of a sudden, all the noise has died down. You're standing in front of this elevator in this little halo of light that comes down over you. It's dark for several meters all around you. The nearest pool of light is 2 people huddling together. One of them has a match. And they're looking at you. They're maybe 30 feet away from you. It's this man and this woman, they're huddled together and they have just this match. You can see shadowy hands that are kind of moving around them as they're holding up that match and looking at you. That match is burning down.
I crack a glow stick and throw it to him.
You crack the glow stick, you throw it. As it arcs through the air, you can see literally like physical shadows spreading around it and like moving to let this glow stick go by, almost like a knife that is cutting through dark flesh. And as it lands right near them, it lands maybe like, I don't know, make a roll, see how well you throw the glow stick.
Okay.
At the hour 45 mark, we're all still alive.
I'm gonna throw up. I have 1 6 and no ones.
All right. The glow stick lands just outside of the light of the match. And as they look at you, the guy looks at his girlfriend, wife, or sister, but the woman he's with, and he just nods to her, and he reaches out, and as he reaches out, he leans a little bit too far forward, and she's just out of shadows, and he grabs the glow stick, and when he turns back, she's gone. And he just kneels there, and the match falls, and he's holding this glow stick.
Why did you waste that on them?
We're out here
I'm
to
with
save
her.
people, aren't we?
We can't do it if we're dead.
You still have 2.
Well, we're not going to
have a lot
fucking
of
get
floors
anyone
to
back by
clear.
standing here, says Nikki.
Yeah.
Can any one of you do anything about this elevator?
I'll take a look at it.
Give me a roll.
Two 6s and a 1.
Lose 1 die. You manage to open the doors. The light from your light and from the emergency light kind of floods in. You get about 3/4 of the elevator as light, and just on the back end of the side walls and the back wall is in darkness. Now you know that it won't work. You would know enough with your engineering knowledge that you could probably open up a trap on the roof and get access to the stairwell that would lead up the maintenance stairwell. Or you can try going back to go to the stairwell that you were in originally.
It's either the maintenance stairwell or the one we were in. There's no power. It's not going to work.
Fuck.
Maintenance stairwell. Hopefully we won't be running into anyone else there. Stairwell could be a complete state of panic.
Good point.
You step inside the elevator and look for the trap door on the roof. Who does?
I will.
You go in, you see it, you're going to need a boost or something because it's a little
I
high.
gotcha.
Give her a boost, you get there, you try to open it, give me a roll. We'll see if...
2 6s, no 1s.
Excellent. You guys are hot dice. You manage to open it up, and as you open it up, you realize it's dark as fuck in there, and your hand goes into the darkness. You feel something grab your hand. You feel it start pulling you up. John, you feel Brenda lift up, and just sort of about
Grab
to
her
go up.
legs and yank her.
Give me a roll.
Okay.
Brenda,
There's no there's no help element in this, is there? Fuck.
I got a 6, but I also got a 1.
all right, I'll take one of those dice. You got the 6.
Yep.
Hold on, I should have been rolling also against you. second. I'm on my 4 dice.
You don't have
I got
to.
a 6 also. Awesome. So do you want to burn a candle to or do you want to burn? Do you have a stat you could burn to reroll your 1?
No.
Okay, you can
I
burn an
don't.
extra candle and not let me have narrative rights.
We gotta save Blenda. Otherwise,
we
we're never gonna
gotta-
fix the generators.
We gotta burn the fucking candle.
Yeah.
Burn the
fucking
candle, burn it.
We burn an extra candle. The second candle is how you lose 1 die permanently. So what happens? I'll tell you this, Beth. As something grabs your hand and starts pulling you, you see Kelsey there, grabbing you and pulling you up into the darkness. John, what happens? You've got narrative rights. What happens as you feel Brenda start going up?
I grab her legs, like around her shins, and I yank her down. She comes down pretty freely. There wasn't like much strength to have to pull her back. But when I set her down, I can see a hollowness in her eyes. And I'll just direct her out of the elevator entirely and sort of like turn her away from what she had been looking at up there.
And you all find yourselves again in that little pool of light in that elevator that doesn't work. And now we move on to the next scene, Evan darken a candle. But before we do that, we will take a short break here. So, my friends, you have now opened the elevator. You now get to state a number of truths. The first truth is that it is dark. I don't remember exactly what these things are true. The world is dark. You have truths to say now. You are standing in front of this elevator. What would you like to do? Give me some truths. You can say that the power comes back on, by the way, and can you want like that.
The power comes back on.
It's the kind of stuff you can establish.
Jesus.
Did you just pass a Miata there? The power comes back on.
Okay. We hear from up above, somewhere in the elevator shaft, discordant violin music. I'm sorry, Kato.
That's why. That's why. That's why we're sorry.
Okay.
There's another injured person in the maintenance stairwell.
The door to the maintenance stairwell is blocked.
Is this one yours, Bleak?
Oh, I always forget.
I was racking my brain, being like, when should I choose?
Someone in the group's going to betray you.
I teamed up with Nikki. This is what you wanted.
Yeah, one more.
Anyone can throw it out there, right?
Yeah.
I had a really bad one. I don't know.
Do it. Just fucking do it.
Just fucking do it.
The person who's gonna betray the group has quite a deadly weapon on them.
And we are
alive.
And we, for now.
We are
For
alive.
now.
The power comes back on. The elevator is accessible. Or, now that the power has come back on, there's lights in the shaft so you could climb out and get access to the maintenance. What would you like to do?
Onward and upward.
Yep, climb on up there.
You're
Let's
gonna take
go.
the elevator?
Yeah, with that face. Oh, the power's gone out. Oh, a cable snaps. Listen. Kato's also playing like how I would play in a horror movie. Where I'm like,
We've all seen this
no,
movie.
no.
Brenda's trying to tamp down some of the panic of being half pulled up into the hatch. And it comes out as anger. And so she looks at John and says, "Thanks for that, but just a reminder, we only have one glow stick left, not two. I traded one. Adam snapped one. You wasted one. One glow stick."
That's fine. We've got some items at our disposal.
I put a hand on Brenda's shoulder and I go, you know, snapping at John is not going to bring her back.
I saw her.
No, you didn't.
I saw her.
That's what they want you to think. You did not see her. You know this.
She kind of shakes your hand off her shoulder. Let's go.
You help each other climb through the roof, a hatch. Give me a roll just to make sure that everyone manages to get through.
JD hasn't rolled in a while.
Yeah, this is on you, bud.
I'll take it. So I am rolling 8 dice.
Yep.
A 6 and a 1.
I have a 6 also. What would you like to do? Would you like to burn one of your cards? Is there anything you can do to reroll that one? Or would you like to extinguish a candle to prevent me from taking narrative control?
I would like to argue, based on the truths that we have set, to burn my virtue streetwise, since I'm keeping an eye on the others and looking for any signs that shit might go sideways.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Reroll
Fuck
that
yeah.
one.
And does that only let me re-roll the 1, or does it let
Yeah,
me
it
re-roll
rerolls. It allows you to reroll the 1. You still need a 6 to prevent me from getting control.
I sure do. And that's a 5.
All right. You are climbing through, getting on top of this thing, and then there's another little ladder that goes up, and you can see the latch. And as someone has gone up before you and is at the door, and they're like, "God damn it, this thing is blocking." They're trying to like kind of shake it open, because if you remember, the truth is that the door is locked. So one of the guys that was with Nikki is up there, and he's like trying to shake this thing, and he's like, "I need something to open the door. Anyone's got a fucking pry bar or something on them?"
Yeah, move out of the way. And I'll go over with my baton and just sort of wedge it so that I can
jam it in. All right, I won't make you do a roll because we're still working on the roll that JD did.
Okay.
You put your baton in there, you wiggle it, you shake it, you feel it kind of give, and eventually it snaps. But the thing that you hadn't realized was that the door opens on the other direction. And as you kind of were sort of holding on to it, as it swings, you find yourself going back. The guy that's just below you on the ladder tries to grab you. And as you go down, he grabs one of your legs. And so you pitch upside down and crash down on top of the elevator head first. You knock yourself senseless. You're seeing stars. The elevator starts to rock a little bit. A little bit of blood sort of shoots out. What do? A lot of you. You're all standing on top of the elevator.
It's John who...
Yeah, John fell and knocked his head, and you can see blood like where he hit his head.
I immediately go to him and like start doing what I know to be like screening for concussions, like checking his pupils, seeing if he's like roused at all, if he's conscious, if he's speaking, like if he's making sense, if he's slurring his speech, any of that.
No, he seems to be all right. Just a little kind of knocked, and he's got a gash across his head. As you're patching him up, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just like pulling out, like I'm just cleaning it as best I can and putting butterfly strips on it, like.
And JD, with your streetwise, you see that the other three now, Nikki and the other two guys, have climbed up into the maintenance thing, and they're talking amongst themselves, and the four of you are on top of the elevator.
I'm going, since Adam is taking care of John and Brenda is also there, I'm going to make my way over to the other group.
You climb up and get into the maintenance shaft with them. And as you approach, Nikki's like, finally, you're showing some sense. All right, let's just get the fuck out of here. They're dead weight anyways. That old guy and that fucking crazy one, we don't need them.
You all go on ahead then.
What do you mean, you're not going to come with?
Told you. Gotta get up to the roof.
She looks at the others, and one of them's like, reaches and closes the door. She says, we need 4 people. The 3 of you are there. You see Killing go up, talk to them, and then one of them closes the door to the maintenance shaft. What do y'all do?
Brenda's been kind of paying attention half and half to John and Adam and half to Killian, and seeing the door close. What the fuck are they doing?
The fuck are they doing? John, you think you're good enough to stand up?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, come on, bud.
I stumble, but I get up.
I help him up as best I can.
Upstairs, JD, what's going on?
Killian calls down, I need you to move when I tell you that we need to move. And then he's gonna not, well, has the door been closed?
So you know you're with the other 3 up there, right?
That was what I was gonna say. So I am now in the room, okay.
Yeah, you're in the maintenance shaft with Nikki and the other 2 goons.
This doesn't have to get ugly.
No, it doesn't. We're just gonna go up there. We're gonna go up there. We're gonna get our shit. Once we moved it down, you can come back and get your friends and go upstairs.
There isn't fucking time for that. Did you not see what just happened?
Oh, we got light. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, you know what? People that I care about might not be so lucky, so I'm not willing to risk that.
You're fucking wasting time now. If we fucking go and get this done, we can get this done in under an hour. You can be back here. They're not gonna go anywhere. The fuck are they gonna go? Come on, man. You know how it is. You gotta take what you fucking can. Isha's only going to give it to you.
I never agreed to be your fourth. I
You kinda
agreed.
did.
I didn't. I said we would watch each other's backs and get up there safely. I did not say that I would stay with you, and I did not say that I would leave my team behind.
Okay, well, this is how it is now. We're up here now. There's no way we can go get another fourth, and we're not letting this go. So, look, get with the fucking program.
I'm not gonna be your fucking fourth, and he's gonna reach for the door.
Back on the top of the elevator, you are getting up, John. You're a little bit woozy, but you're fine. What did the rest of you do?
Probably start heading up towards the shaft.
Yep,
The maintenance
Who
shaft.
goes up first?
I will.
Before you go, I'll stop you and just say, hang on. And I will unravel a little bit of the duct tape that is on my little baton and sort of roll it into, like, it's shaped like a candle. And I'll hand it to you and just say, this burns really, really well. It can help you start something if you need it. I've got a lot. And I'll just keep going, and unraveling it and making these little fire starters as we keep going up.
So this is kind of like a ladder that you have to kind of go up like that, and then it goes to that door. So who goes up first?
Oh, okay.
I will.
You go up. As you start going up, a lot of you hear a gunshot coming from the maintenance shaft above. JD, as you turn to go to the door, you hear someone go, all right, fuck this, man, you're coming with us. And then you hear Nikki go, no, don't fucking do that. And then the gunshot rings out in this shaft that you're in, and your ears start to run. Give me a roll to see if you can avoid getting shot.
I would love to. I would love nothing more than to avoid getting shot. Two sixes, no ones.
All right, excellent. So, Brenda, as you reach for the door, this bullet comes flying through the door, barely missing you. You fall back. I will say that you get caught by whoever's coming up sort of behind you. What do you do, JD?
I am going to do what I can to get the door open and clear the way for the rest of them to join me. And I'm going to pull out what Sebastian gave me. And
Which
it is a crucifix that has been sharpened into a shiv. And Killian is going to point it at whoever has the gun, because, bringing a knife to a gunfight, great idea, it's fine, and say, you made a fucking mistake.
So you open the door, and then you turn around, and a lot of you can see Killian's back, and you see him pull something from behind his pants, and you aim at them. What do you want to do downstairs?
I'm presuming I'm following behind John just in the effort of, like, if he were to fall. So I'm like, all I can hear is a scuffle.
And violin music playing from somewhere up above. Discordant violin.
Can't forget it.
So, all
Thanks,
right, let's
Mika.
go around the table. Tell me what you're going to do. John, what are you doing?
Trying to continue upward.
All right, so Brenda has fallen off the stairs, and you kind of caught her, right? So
Yeah.
you're going to try to leap in front of her and get up?
No, like that's not where I was going with it. I think I'm gonna try to like right her in a way that allows us all to keep going.
All right, no problem, Brenda. What are you doing?
I am gonna try and correct course as quickly as possible and keep scrambling up.
All right, you start climbing back up, and Adam.
I'm gonna keep heading up. I'm gonna
Right.
try and.
You're lining up behind it. All right, Killian, you
Brace.
turn around, you lift the you lift the knife at and you can see that he's struggling with it, and you know that guns are completely illegal. They've kind of, but people make little homemade guns. Usually they're zip guns that have only one shot. And you can see that he's kind of surprised that it went off. And he's like, the fucking thing. And like, he's kind of playing with it. And Nikki's like, I told you not to fucking mess with that. And she kind of hits him. And the other guy's like, oh, fuck this. And he comes towards you and he's going to boot you so that you go fucking this is part or all the way back into the fucking elevator shaft. What do you want to do?
I would like for that to not happen. I would like to get out of the way and not be Sparta kicked off.
Give me a roll.
That is 1 6 and 2 1s.
Ooh, I got 1 6 also. So
Burn him down.
do you have anything to burn to reroll those ones, or do you want to burn a candle?
I would like to burn a candle.
Wait,
if the rest
wait,
of the
wait,
party
wait.
agrees.
I have a question. Can I jump in with my moment and catch him? You can say no. It's your game.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no just because it clearly says you have to save a life, and this is not gonna kill him because John has already fallen the exact same way he's about to fall,
Damn it.
and it's like but not likely at all to kill him. Like I like your idea, but it's just not.
In my brain, there's not an elevator there to catch him. I'm like, no, we're dangling in an elevator shaft. Sorry.
there's an elevator there. So what would you like to do? Would you like to burn something to reroll, or would you like to burn a candle to prevent me from fucking with y'all?
I'm gonna burn the candle.
Yeah.
All right. You burn the candle. I get an extra die. Thank you very much. One candle is down, and we move on to the next scene. You will find yourselves up in the maintenance shafts. What happened? How did we get here? First of all, these things are true. The world is dark. So what's the situation now? And for people to kind of visualize it, it's kind of like if it was a movie, right? And we'd see all this, and then you turn with the knife, and the guy's like, oh, fuck this, and he comes at you and goes, boom, and then it goes to black. And then we cut to a little bit later, and we find out kind of what happened. That's kind of sort of what happens here. So these things are true. The world is dark.
The goons have been knocked out.
We have taken their supplies, and they had a few extra light sources and assorted weapons.
Okay.
In the scuffle, the crucifix got knocked down the elevator shaft.
Bye, Jesus.
Heartless.
The vision in John's right eye is kind of a little hazy.
Okay, I'm going to say one. There is, as you're going through all these things, you find that there's one bullet left, one homemade bullet left for the zip gun. And the last one is,
And we are
alive.
Still alive.
you are in the maintenance shaft. Now I'll say you've moved from the maintenance shaft and are into like this little maintenance room area. You've knocked out the three, tied them up maybe, and sort of light in there. You found two other light sources. All right. You found a knife, and you found one gun, a gun with one bullet. Now, if anyone wants to try to grab that without the other ones knowing or something like that, you can make a roll for it.
I don't want anything to do with that shit.
Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
not
say
what I
Killian will take it, but he doesn't make a secret of it.
Okay. You grab it. Before you move on, I think it may be time to ask the chat to tell us if there's a candle that goes out.
Do
Would
it.
someone in the chat please enjoy rolling a exclamation mark roll dice for us?
Fuck us
Do it.
up.
We dare you.
Okay. Wow, Raven.
So much for the Canuck cleric. She wants to kill us faster.
Thank you very much, Raven. As one candle blows out,
Oh no, Zers.
She's just trying to put us out of our misery, okay? It's still helpful.
we move on from the scene. Then you have picked up all the stuff. You have all the gear with you that you found. You left them there and moved on. You arrive at this point into what is called the castle, which is where the nobility, the leaders of the community, the VIPs and all that live. These things are true and the world is dark. I will say the first one. When you come up here, you don't find anyone.
Uh-oh.
We find pools of blood.
The violin music is a lot louder.
Thanks, Ben.
And there's a cello now, too. Just kidding.
No, it's cool.
Generalized string quartet.
I'm down with it. I'm done with the cello.
Playing the Titanic down.
Oh my god.
One more.
There's someone locked in a closet, still alive.
And you are also.
And
I guess we're still alive.
The doors outside of the maintenance, you can't climb out of the maintenance shaft. You open this door that is like a maintenance access. You are in an area that used to be kind of like where the downstairs was like restaurants and stores and stuff like this. Up here, there was a theater. So there are a few theater rooms, some large areas, and there are lodges and stuff like that. And you know that on the other floors, there's also like what's become kind of, higher level, a higher class sort of lodging for the people. When the doors open, the lights down here are flickering. There's just pool of lights. There's shadows and darkness everywhere. And you don't see anyone. You do notice pools of blood here and there in the pools of light. From somewhere down the hall, you can see the door to one of the theaters is open and you can hear string music, discordant string music coming from inside the theater. What do you do? For the record, you are in what's called a castle, which is floor 39 to 40. Floor 41 to 42 are heavy security. Floor 43 to 45 is the purgatory, where people who are deemed criminals are sent to pay for their crimes. And 46 is where the platform would be. So you need to find a way to get to 46 or to get to the roof. You know that there would be stairwells. You could try to go back to the elevator. Meanwhile, the violin is playing You can almost recognize it. It's really maddening because just as you think you're going to recognize it, there's this weird grating sound and it goes in a completely different directions and it's just killing you.
We're going to head for the stairwell. We're going to move as quickly and quietly as possible.
You got it.
And
Don't
we're going to
complain.
stay close together.
As you move through here, you're going to try to stick to the light as much as possible. You have your own source of light. I'm going to ask you to give me a roll to see if you can manage to all stay in the light and not, unfortunately, stick your arm out or something into the darkness, because the little island of light around you is very restrained. So someone go ahead and make me a roll. You have 6 dice left.
I was gonna say we do have 2 other flashlights.
I'll roll. I'm not
2.
scared.
I ain't scared.
I'm very scared. Just a 1.
Just 1. What would you like to do? Would you like to burn a trait to reroll it?
Yes.
Or do you want to burn a candle?
I'm trying to get creative with my traits here. Hang on.
It has to apply to the person who rolled, correct?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, we gotta burn a candle. I'm sorry, guys.
You burn a candle. God, give me that nice die. All right. Hey, we're 5 on 5 now. You burn a candle. You have crossed through this area. You find yourselves. Now, where would you be going? Would you be going to floor 46 or would you be going to the roof?
And just to be clear, if we go through to
Well, okay,
floor-
hold on. Let's not even go that far yet. So you were heading for the stairwell, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you arrive at the stairwell. The discordant violin music is still playing somewhere far off behind you. You have managed to make your way to the stairwell. Door lies in front of you. These things are true. The world is dark.
The sounds of whoever is still alive is coming from the maintenance closet directly to our left.
The violin music cuts off suddenly, and it's just dead silent.
How is that worse?
It's so much worse.
You have one
I
more.
hate it.
Beyond this maintenance closet, where we hear what we're hearing, as it gets dark, you can hear whispers that become a little louder and then ebb away a bit. They just sort of undulate with sound.
That's in the stairwell? Is that
Sure.
what you said? No, where did you say they were coming from?
No, that's good. That's good.
Because I didn't catch where you said they were coming from.
Stairwell's good.
Okay. And you are alive.
We
You
sure
approach
are.
the stairwell. As you do, the music cuts off behind you very suddenly, and in a kind of like someone cutting someone's carotid artery. As that happens, you go to put your hand on the door leading to the stairwell, and you hear in the closet next to you, thump, thump, thump. thump, thump.
Oh shit, there's someone in there. I'm gonna pull out one of the flashlights and turn it on. Click.
All right. So you lost a light source, the one before. So now you're left with 3, I think. You're left with...
I have it in the Discord.
Okay.
We have... We have one glow stick left, I believe. Right, because we traded. We used one. We traded one.
Yeah,
John threw
so
one.
you had 1 glow stick left, 2 flashlights, 1 lamp, and you got another flashlight off the bad guys. So
Okay.
you burned 1 coming through last scene. So you got 4 light source left. You just turned another one on, right? You said?
Yeah, I'm using the.
All right,
one
so you
of
have
the
3
flashlights.
left after this.
Okay, great.
What do you do?
I point it at the maintenance closet, and staying within the light, go to open it.
It is locked.
Ah, shit.
Maybe
Can
I can jimmy it open with my multi-tool.
Give me a roll.
1611.
I have 1 6 also. Would you like to burn a trait to get rid of that 1, or would you like to burn a candle?
I think I would like to burn my trait. I'm gonna burn my vice, which is reckless, and I'm just gonna I can tell that it's like kind of working, but I'm panicking a little bit, and so I just try to force it.
You try to force it, and in doing so, because I now have the narrative power, you snap your multi-tool, the blade on it just totally pings off. You cut yourself a little bit, but you hear the click inside the thing, and the door opens up a little bit.
I will stand back and let Adam and the light source closer.
And I open the door and peer in. What do I see?
You open the door. When you peer in, you see someone lying on the floor, bundled up and tied up. You see a candle next to them that's like about this tall left. And just outside, they're just fitting inside that little ring of light. And the back end of the cupboard is completely dark, and you can see shapes moving in there, and you can see like fingers that are sort of inching out just into the light, just sort of waiting for that candle light to die off. And this person, you can't see their face. They're kind of all kind of bundled up and kind of mummified like this, and kind of wrapped like a sausage, just like that. And all this darkness there, and these fingers and these shapes moving in there. What do you do?
I point the flashlight at the shadows and give more light to the area, and like go to grab the binding on it and pull this person out of the closet and into more of a light source with us.
And as you do that, behind you, JD, you hear a footstep coming up, just as Adam is reaching in to try and pull this person out of the thing. What do you do?
I'm gonna whirl on my heel to see who the fuck's coming at us.
You see this sort of burly, disheveled man with long silver hair, a bit of a silver beard. The silver is just kind of coming down over his face like this, wearing a long coat, and he's got a violin, and he's just about to smack you in the face with it. Don't touch my singer! And the violin comes down on you. Make a roll to avoid getting smacked.
I would love to make a roll out. What? How many dice are we at?
You're at 5.
That is a 6 and a 1.
All right, I got a 6 also. Would you like to burn a trait? Burn a candle? What would you like to do?
I would like to burn my vice manipulative and essentially try to distract this guy as he's swinging by saying, "You picked the wrong marks. You're about to get shot."
All right. Do you show him the gun as you say this?
I do.
All right. So he comes in and takes a swing at you, and you, unfortunately, because I have the narrative control, the violin does kind of hit you. It clips you a little bit, and you back off, and it snaps at the neck, and he turns on you, and he's completely crazed, and now he's got the violin. It's like a morning star. It's got like one part hanging. He's about to swing, and you bring up the gun, and you tell him, I'm going to. What you said there, like you picked the wrong marks, you're gonna get shot. Deb and what are you doing, Deb? And John, actually, because both of you are just standing there right now.
I think I'm like frozen a little bit and don't quite know because there's something happening in front of me and something happening behind me, and so I think I'm just like turning between the two, trying to figure out anything useful to do and not coming up with anything.
John, you turn. What do you do, John? You have Adam trying to pull this person out of the closet, and behind you, there's some sort of altercation with Killian and some silver-haired man with a violin Morningstar.
I would like to take my baton, and I would like to ram it through the eye socket of the violin man.
Oh, you gonna do Miko dirty like that?
So it is Miko.
Let's make a roll.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's do this.
Ooh. 2 6s, no 1s.
Very nice. All right, I got 1 6. So you managed to keep control of the narrative. What happens?
It goes through his eye hole. I like as Killian sort of is being forced back. I just take it and sort of like backhand right to his face, and just sort of like let him fall. And I like respectfully push Killian back a little bit so that we're all closer and as close in this light as we can be.
All right, you managed to do that. You look behind you, Brenda, and you see this man go down. You see blood and all sorts of stuff like just explode from him. So he's like, and he falls back. As he falls back, you could see that he had around his neck, he had like a necklace with a glow stick on it. And as he falls back, he falls down on it. And when he does, he's in shadows. And as soon as he falls on his stomach in shadows, you can see the shadows start enveloping him and start sort of dragging him. Brenda, as you look, you see Camille's face looking at you. She's dragging this man away. Adam, what are you doing as you're trying to pull? You hear this altercation behind you. You're trying to pull this guy out this person out from the closet. What do you do?
I stay focused on this person in front of me, and I get my scalpel out. I uncork it, and I just start cutting the bindings to like get this person out.
So you have the light. What do you do with it? Because you're the one holding the flashlight.
Is there not another person holding a flashlight right now? Wasn't there another person?
No one said.
Oh, assholes. I slap one of them in the legs. I'm like, get the other light. And I start pulling on this, and I'm like trying to keep it upright and trying to keep the movement small and not frantic, and just trying to get this guy out
and so
out.
As Adam is struggling with that light bad there and that person, JD, as the violinist falls on his stomach and his light goes out, you find yourself standing half in darkness.
Can we pull him into the light?
Can we yank him in?
Like
There's another flashlight. There's another flashlight. That's why I'm smacking you in the legs.
As you stand there, kind of half in darkness, you look ahead, and one of the faces that you see in this darkness is David's mother. And as you see her, she looks up, and you can see the anger in her face, and You know it's not directed at you. It's directed at her son, who stole these things. Brenda, John, Killian is standing there almost motionless, half of him in darkness. You can already see, it's like you're seeing his back, which has got a bit of the light from Adam's light, and then you can see like fingers and the hands come over his shoulders like this, dark, shadowy fingers and hands, and start pulling him. What would you like to do?
I'm going to bait and switch. I'm just going to grab him and sort of twist so that he's as far into the light as possible. Ideally, I'd like to also stay in the light, but whatever happens.
What's Brenda doing?
I'm still distracted by seeing Camille's face, so I grab the other flashlight and I just point it to where I saw her.
Okay. Adam, I'm going to ask you to give me a roll as you're struggling to pull this guy and you're trying to keep the flashlight on everyone. So give me a roll to see how well you fare with that.
Do we have 5? Is that right?
5, yes. Hey, Myriad, Little Bones, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope Alien went well and everyone died.
We're about to die too.
People are about to start dying here too, yep.
I got 1 6 and 1 1, but I'd like to use my trait of lucky.
Okay, I'll buy that for $1. I still have 2 6s though, so
I roll that.
that
Roll
you're
that
gonna
one
keep.
again?
You're gonna keep that. You're gonna keep the 1. If you want me to not have control of the narrative, you have to burn a candle.
What do you say, team?
Do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah. Okay, we're burning a candle.
You're burning the candle.
We're unburning the candle. Burning the
As
candle out.
1 more candle burns, you're down to 4. These things are true. The world is dark. You have three truths.
There's a power
I'm sorry,
switch.
you have 2 truths. 2 truths, not 3.
There's a power switch in the maintenance closet that we just opened that Brenda can get the lights back on.
Okay. You get 1 more.
JD, you're the leader.
Come on, JD. You also throw the most fucking messed up curveballs, so.
And see, like, that's the thing is I was actually trying to be nice, and I was like, is it fair to do 2 nice truths in a row?
Sure.
But all right, this is going to be a fucked up truth. When John put his back to the darkness, some of that darkness slipped inside him.
And we are alive.
And you're alive.
Sure.
You have pulled the person that was in the closet out. You saw the light switch. Brenda goes in right away and flicks it on. The lights come on all around. You see the violinist is lying on the ground. There's blood pooling out from his face, and he's just kind of sobbing and holding his face. Now there's light all around you. What do you do?
I go over to the violinist. He's still alive.
Yeah, but he's fucking hurt.
I'm gonna attempt to help him.
You bend down to go and help him. What are the rest of you doing, Brenda?
Brenda's gonna just look at the group and say, we have to go. We have to go now.
Yeah. We don't have time for this. We need to keep moving.
John's right eye that he was already having trouble seeing out of has just entirely turned black. But
Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
John's eye that he couldn't see out of, it just turned black. But he agrees with Killian and just says, Adam, we've got to go.
You could die. This one might die if you.
Oh no, sorry. I say, fuck, you're right. I also am curious as to the person who's bound. So I would like to get that open and see who's in there.
Okay, so you leave the violinist, you go to the other one?
He tried to kill my friend.
Well, these things happen. All right. So you go, you start unwrapping the person that was in the closet. The rest of you just staying there, or are you moving on? What are the rest of you doing?
Killian, do you know where to go? We have to...
Stairwell's right there. We need to keep going up.
I'm gonna grab Adam and just start assuming Killian moves toward the stairwell.
Adam is resisting and struggling, trying to get back to these people.
And John?
John starts helping Brenda to move Adam out of the way and to keep going, and then stops. And you can feel a shift in him, and he just says, we should stay.
I wrench my arm from him, what the fuck do you mean we should stay?
And he sort of blinks, and we should go. We've got to go.
I was the one who was planning on staying, but you all are convincing me to go up the stairs. We should fucking go. Let's go.
The person that's wrapped up in that.
This is a trap. This is a bleak trap. This is a bleak trap. This is a cat showing its belly.
This whole fucking game's a bleak trap.
Yeah.
It's just someone who needs help.
Adam, we've lost too much time. We need to keep going.
Fuck. Fine. And I grab my shit, throw it over my shoulder.
You run out into the stairwell, all four of you. You climb up towards the top floor. You eventually get to floor 46, which is the floor where there's the lift and the pallet. Or you can keep going up to the roof. What would you like to do?
I think Killian's the only one who knows about it, right? That there is the...
No, the guy told you, the guy that you met in the first stairwell.
Oh.
Told you that the window had been blown out and it had blown out the lights.
That's right. Sorry, I thought it was the goons.
No, the goons had told him there was stuff on there.
Yeah.
But you knew it was a supply lift, so... The lights are starting to flicker in the stairwell where you are.
We can come back for the supplies once we've fixed the Jennies.
Brenda's got a point.
We gotta go to the roof.
No, agreed. Let's go. Let's keep going.
You keep running up. You run all the way up. You get to the roof, the door. You get there. The door is barred, as you would expect, and it says, access, restricted access.
John will go over and try again to wedge his baton and crack the door open. And as you see him standing there with his back to you, right at the door, you see his posture shift, and he doesn't do anything for several long seconds. And then you see him stand up straight again and try to wrench the door.
May I roll?
That is 1-6.
I got 3 6s.
Fuck me. You would.
Yeah, you had to burn a light for the new scene, right? So we're down to 3. Oh, did we? Oh,
No.
We didn't do the truths.
We didn't fail a roll though, did we?
No, but you burned a light, didn't you?
When?
When
Which
you were
time?
about when Killian was about.
I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did it.
Yep.
All right. So let's do our truths. So, so you would have been down to 3 candles. These things are true. The world is dark. You get 1 truth for the stairwell.
The door opens.
Thank
Yes,
God.
that was what I was thinking too.
And you are alive. All
We
right.
are alive.
The door opens. You find yourselves on the roof. You can see there are 3 massive generators. 2 are clearly not working, and 1 is struggling. You can see black smoke that's coming out of it. Across the way on the mountain, you can see the cross that is still lit up. The rest is just this ocean of darkness that's all around you as you stand on that roof.
And we only have 1 flashlight left.
Yeah. Hey, Eudrade, thank you so much, No Man, for coming in. And just in time to witness one of the last scenes of this 10 Candles game. Thank you so much for coming in. We super appreciate you all. Look at all those awesome emotes. Thank you. You are on the rooftop. You see the 3 Jennies. It is dark. There's only the cross that's burning on the mountain. What do you do?
Do we still have the oil lamp?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
1 flashlight.
I'm gonna light the oil lamp in that case.
No problem.
I turn on the last flashlight.
Okay.
I'm making little duct tape cigarettes and handing them to Brenda every time I finish one.
What do you do?
Brenda, what do you need?
I need to go over and look and see what's up.
All right, we'll keep you in light.
You start moving and head towards the generators. When you get to the first generator, it's pretty clear that there was a surcharge and it blew. And it's the same thing. It looks for this, like the second one's the same thing. They're beyond your ability to repair. Right now, you have the 1 Jenny that's still going. It looks like it's about to blow also because it's dry. It's being drawn so much. There's smoke coming out of it. What would you like to do?
Is there a way to cut the power to the uninhabited floors so that we're not wasting the power on those?
You're not going to be able to pick and choose. The other thing is to repair it. So one way or the other, you're going to have to shut it down to repair it. So for a certain amount of time, there's not going to be any power to the entirety of the building. But you might be able to Tell you what, give me a roll to see if you can ascertain the situation.
Oh man.
3 dice.
I did get 1 6.
All right, I have none, so you're good. You start walking around and kind of looking at the situation, and you realize that what's happened is you notice a whole bunch of new cables have been laid out. And when you follow these cables, they go down the side and they go into some of the castle floors. And what you can see is that they've basically tripled the number of cables pulling on it and just dropped them down to run them into the castle area. And you remember someone saying something about they were going to have this huge party and they needed the extra lights, and so they just ran down extra cables. And what happened is, because the demand was so much on the generators, they blew.
I hate them so much.
Can I cut the cables drawing power to the castle?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Give me, I'm not going to make you give me a roll for that, but what I will make you give me a roll for is when you bend down to cut those cables, the rest of you see someone step out from around one of the generators with a fire axe in their hand and take a swing at Brenda.
Oh, hell no.
Go ahead and give me a roll, Brenda, to see if you can avoid being...
A 6 and a 1.
Right, I got a 6 also.
Oh.
Do you have something you can burn to reroll the 1, or do you want to burn a candle?
I will have to burn a candle because I burned both of my traits and I haven't gotten my mummy yet.
Another candle burns out. You are alive. Sorry, these things are true. The world is dark. And you are alive.
Oh, frick.
The axe just missed you, and you fall down. There's this man that's standing there, and he's coming at you again. What would you all like to do?
I would like to shoot him.
John?
I'm being pulled in 2 directions. I'm trying to go to Brenda and to fight off this person, but I'm also, you can see that I'm kind of stumbling as I go, and you can't tell if it's from me hitting my head or not. And I try to make it over there. Don't know how far I get.
Adam?
I'm immediately going for Brenda.
JD? Take a shot.
So
You have
that's
2 dice. I have 8.
I got 2 6s, but I don't know if that'll be enough.
It is not.
No!
The shot rings out. Beth, you feel a burning sensation as something hits you right in the back of the shoulder. Blood shoots out of your shoulder. You roll forward. Adam, you can see clearly that the shot missed and hit Brenda in the back.
Wait, who did it hit?
Who did it shoot? You said 2 different names that are 2
I'm
different
sorry,
people.
Brenda.
Brenda gets shot.
For fuck's sake.
Did I say Beth?
You
Sorry.
said Beth.
Death comes
Brenda.
for all.
Death comes from
That comes from everyone. Brenda Deb gets hit in the back by the gunshot. Give me just a second.
Because if not, I'm going right for her.
Fucking killing me, man.
I hate this.
I know. I was just double checking to make sure that when a player fills a conflict roll, a candle is darkened. And so as the shot hits Brenda and Brenda pitches forward, we darken one more candle. There's one candle left. You are alive. JD, as the man with the axe steps into the light, you recognize him. David. The man that you sent to purgatory in your stead. The man whose mother's face you see, the anger and the hatred on it for what she believes her son had done. David Wall, the son of Keith Wall. You are standing there. Brenda is on the ground, bleeding, probably dying. The smoking gun is in your hand. Killian. David is standing over Brenda with the axe still. Adam, you are moving towards Brenda. John, you are indecisive. What do you all do?
I'm gonna try to save Brenda. I'm gonna try and just get her out of this fucking guy's way.
John?
I stumble towards one of the extension cords and pick it up and try to strangle/restrain the man with the axe.
Killian?
This is gonna sound like a weird thing to do, but I would like to take out what Liam gave me and look at it.
As you take out the piece of paper and open it up, you see a little drawing of a man holding a candle. And all around that man is darkness, inching in. But that man is standing there bravely with that one little candle, that one little last ounce of hope against all this encroaching darkness around him. Will someone roll your die? One of you should roll the dice.
That's a 3.
John, you wrap the cord around the man with the axe's neck. You pull him down. You're strangling him. He's fighting you. there's a part of you that wants to let go now that he's kind of, the fight's waning out of him, but there's that little bit of darkness that seeped into you earlier that just makes you hold on, and you just stand there with him on top of you, you choking him, going, it's okay. It's okay, boy. It's okay. You can see your father. You can go see your father now. Adam, you are trying to help Brenda. She's losing a lot of blood. As you hold her, you feel your moment pass, your chance to save a life. Brenda, you look up at Adam, and as you do, you see only Camille's face, looking down at you. And life ebbs away from you. And you die in Adam's arms. Killian, all you wanted was to have the others trust you. And you failed them in the most terrible manner. The four of you sit there, knowing the only person that could conceivably fix the generator is dead. In some other world, perhaps you'd sit there and wait for the dawn to come and hope for a better day. Hope for the dawn to bring fresh hope. But you know there's none. You look up towards the mountain. You see the burning cross there. The only light that's left in the world. And as you stare at it, you see the light begin to flicker. The four of you tried, and it was a hopeless cause. You knew it. You knew it was hopeless. But you still tried. And that is really all that can be asked of anyone. The world was void. The populace and the powerful was a lump. Seasonless, herbless, treeless, manless, lifeless. A lump of death. A chaos of hard clay. The rivers, lakes, and ocean all stood still, and nothing stirred within their silent depths. Ships, sailorless, lay rotting on the sea, and their masts fell down piecemeal. As they dropped, they slept on the abyss without a surge. The waves were dead. The tides were in their grave. The moon, their mistress, had expired before. The winds were withered in the stagnant air, and the clouds perished. Darkness had no need of aid from them. She was the universe.
Charlie, I've loved you more than anything I've ever known in this life. I will never forget the scent of your hair first thing in the morning when I've woken up just 1 minute before you did. The feeling of your hand in mine as we walked down the street together. Watching the sunrise with a perfect cup of coffee. Just staring at each other. until our beautiful child stumbled into the kitchen sleepily, asking for her morning bowl of Cheerios. Thank you for giving me the best years of my life. Je t'aime pour toujours. Sammy, my little star, I hope you know how much both your daddy and I loved you. Love you. You have always been the brightest light in our lives. Your joy, your fierceness, your intelligence. You are truly a wonder. I love you, sweet girl. I love you forever.
Henry, I'm headed off to do something dangerous. You told me this morning not to go, but I have to. Endangering my own life is the only thing that can give it meaning anymore. I'm not the person I told you I was. I've done so much bad shit, and people around me have died because of my choices. This time, for better or worse, I'm the one who will reap the consequences. I don't know if volunteering for this job is an act of nobility or one of self-destruction. It's probably both. When I get back, I want to tell you everything. You probably won't want to be with me anymore, and I'll respect that. I've used you too much to hope otherwise. But I need to start owning my mistakes and trying to make it up to the people I've hurt. Starting with you. And if I don't make it, I'm sorry. You deserved someone better than me. You're a good person, Henry, and I wish the best for you. Before you're free of me, I hope I can ask for one more favor. You've asked about this necklace before. It belonged to a woman named Camille Wall. I need you to find her mom and her brother and give it back to them. Tell them I'm sorry and that it should have been me. I can't bring her back, just like I can't bring Kelsey back. But I'll be with them soon. Take care of yourself, Henry. Light be with you. Brenda.
There is one large envelope that has Sebastian's name on it, and then two smaller envelopes inside. One that says Liam, and one that says Mrs. Wall. The letter to Sebastian reads, "To the first person who ever made my heart feel something. Meeting in the middle of a catastrophe is a hell of a way to find the love of your life. I thought I had a lot to lose before our paths crossed, but you and Liam have changed everything. I hope you will never have to read this letter, but if you do, know that I was making the best choice I could in this moment." You will see two other envelopes. One of them is to Liam. The other is to a person who I wronged. I want to make amends, just in case. If you choose to open either one, it is your choice, but I hope you won't. I would like you and Liam to remember me as you knew me. But I did a lot of bad things, and things I'm not proud of, Seb, and I might do more if it means getting those generators back on. The only other thing that I ask is that you keep going, whatever it takes, and that you keep yourself and Liam alive. I wish I could see the dawn with you when it comes, because it will come. But holding on to the hope that you will be there to see it is what has convinced me to go on what is very likely a suicide mission. It took us too long to find each other, but I'm glad for the time we had. I love you. Never doubt that. You were the one who taught me that I was capable of love, and I will always be grateful for that. The letter to Liam reads, "My boy, you are remarkable in every way. I never expected to become a father, but that changed when I met you. I don't know that I was always a good one. I didn't exactly have much of a role model in that department, but you always made me want to do better and be better. I know the world is dark. I know hope is in short supply. This is not the world I would have wanted for you. It's not the one I would have chosen, but it is the one you have to live in. That's all I ask, Liam. That you live. That you find those shards of hope and you hold on to them. That you let them guide you to the dawn. That you find a way to not just survive in this world, but live in it. I love you. I wish we'd had more time, but it was my honor to be your father. I haven't always been a good man, but what good in me there was came from you and Sebastian. Remember that." The final letter, the one to Mrs. Wall, reads, "Mrs. Wall, I'm not sure you even know me. That's the worst part of this. You don't know me, but I did something that destroyed your life. I know there's nothing I can do to fix this, but the one thing I can give you is the truth. Your son didn't steal those medical supplies. I did. The reason for that decision or the fact that I let your son take the fall, they don't matter. What matters is that I did, and that he was sent to purgatory when it should have been me. If I make it back, I'll turn myself in. I know it may be too late to make a difference, and that's why I'm writing you this letter, so that you know your son was not a bad person. So that you can remember him the way you saw him before that day in the courtroom. So that if you get the chance to see him again, you can greet him with warmth rather than anger. Like I said, I'll turn myself in if I make it back, but I doubt I'm going to make it back. It's pretty clear this is a one-way trip. I'm far from a saint, Mrs. Wall, and I don't deserve to have had the time I stole from your son. But if I can use that time to bring back the light, well, that's something. Been a man on borrowed time for a while. If you're reading this, it's my payment has come due. Can't say that justice has been served because it hasn't. Not for your son, and that is my deepest regret. This mission is the start and perhaps the end of my attempt to make amends. And I know it's not enough and will never be enough. And for arguably the first time in my life, I am sorry.
Charlotte, I'm sitting here writing this letter, not even sure if it'll ever find its way to you, but it's important, at least for me, to try. I hope you and Nora are safe somewhere, away from all this madness. I wish more than anything for this to end so that she can grow up in the sunshine. I know I've made my fair share of mistakes, especially with you. I wasn't there for you when you needed me the most, and I didn't show you the love and care you deserved. When we lost your mom, I lost myself. I've lived with this regret, and it's a heavy one. Saying sorry now might seem empty after all this time, but I am, deeply. I don't have many words for feelings, never did. But if there's one thing I need you to know, it's that you've always been the best part of me. Despite everything, that's the truth. Take care of yourself and Nora. You both mean more to me than I've ever shown. Love, Dad.